Texas 95.7, the Armadillo. Craig Vaughn with you in the studio. It's Tuesday. WRCA Ranch Radio on the air. Sponsored by...
Horse-Lick. New Generation Supplements.
Generation Supplements.
You bet. Really appreciate their support, helping us get this on the air.
Sometime we should interview them because I got all kinds of questions. Like, are flies worse when it's humid out, or are they, you know what I mean? Like this dry weather, you know, does it affect the flies at all? You get less with
it seems like everywhere I go, and you vacuum them up and they come back to life.
We'll have to have
She's got some mean flies in New Mexico.
Yeah, they're just horrible right now.
Down in Graham, Texas. Did either of you guys get to go to that one?
Yeah, I got to make the trip.
Did you? Good.
Yeah, I did. Really, I tell you what, that's a nice area of Texas if y'all don't ever get down there much.
That's because he's from around that area.
Well, I mean, it's close to home, Casey. It's not like right next door. But, geez, the water standing in all their tanks and green grass up above your ankles. I'm like, these people are living right, Casey.
Up above your ankles.
Hey, my ankle is the same height as everybody's ankle.
Yeah, true
Casey.
that.
And now if I'd have said waist or knees, that could have been a concern. You see where I'm going?
Sorry, everybody. It just takes me a minute.
Yeah. So, moving on.
The green is kind of nice to go visit once in a while. Like, wow, the rest of the world gets rain.
Yes, there are people that have had rain in this country.
That's right.
It's amazing. Yep. But we've got two rodeos we're going to talk results over. The WRCA sanctioned Stout Ranch Rodeo, which was on Friday night, May 27th. And then we will bring you the results of the WRCA Youth Qualifier Rodeo, which was the Stout Youth Ranch Rodeo. That happened on Saturday afternoon, May 28th.
Can I ask you a really dumb question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if it's in Graham, Texas, and it's called Stout, where do they get the Stout from? They make beer there? Do you know, is that the county?
I believe it's a play. It is not the county.
Oh, my bad.
It's a play off of level of competition Stout. Like it's a tough. Like
there you go.
Yeah.
It's more literal than that.
It is.
It really is. When I was showing my muscles, that really was what it was about.
Yep.
Okay, sorry guys. You guys can get back on the road now.
Hey, can we clarify for our own use? Is it May 31st or June 1st?
It is May 31st.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Days.
Okay.
My mom used to be able to do that thing where when her hands something past November has 30. That there's a whole little
the
poem.
peaks and valleys.
Yeah, on your knuckles or whatever, where you remember what days have 31 and which days have 30 and all that. How many have 28, Casey?
1. Right?
Is that a question? Is that a question, or are you answering the question? You need to phone a friend.
They all have 28, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just got it.
So don't feel bad.
Well, his cat
got it. I just got it.
Everybody's not in here. Craig's got a cap on that says "sexy after dark." Lehman, you need that.
I'm sexy all the time.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, knuckle biters.
You say sexy all
February.
the time.
February is the date that has 28 days.
Mm-hmm. Yep, except every 4 years where it gets a bonus.
My God, let's stop before someone calls in, some stargazer comes in and tells us our calendar's off. Let's use the Mayan calendar.
This is an entertainment-based radio show, not educational.
This is
Well, I asked.
May 31st. Final day
It happened to me today. I thought today was the 1st. Lehman and I both thought tickets were on sale today. We were the only two that thought there were.
Tomorrow.
Everyone kept looking at us like we had fish heads hanging out of our ears, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a day back. So, okay, let's jump into Stout Ranch Rodeo results. First place team, Beechner Brothers Livestock and Mill Creek Ranch.
Talked to them last week.
These guys are really having a good year so far. This is their second rodeo to win. And so, as y'all know, I think you know by now, if they qualify, they can still keep going during the year. They don't have to stop.
Right.
But if they win a rodeo, then we'll go down to the second place team to get the next team that gets qualified. So Beechner Mill Creek was first place, and they really had a really strong rodeo. They actually won it by 8.5 points.
Wow.
So, they had a pretty good showing across the board. Second place and getting the invitation to the World Championship in November is Burns Ranch.
Hey, Graham!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Congrats to Graham, Colton, Jason, Scott, and Macaulay. Casey, if we look at their year so far, this is the second time that they have come in second. They were second at Duncan's Rodeo. So both Beechner and Mill Creek and Burns having a pretty good year.
They're having a good year, but you have to remember that when they get here, Craig, you qualify. Mm-hmm. That's behind you, whether it's second, third, first. Doesn't matter. Clean slate when you get here. Game on. That's right. You got to get here, right?
Everybody starts all over.
Yeah. So I see the little bit of pain sometime that they're like, oh, I ended up in second and we got the call. It doesn't matter. But I'm happy. I wonder how Colton's doing. Is he feeling better?
Oh, he's rocking. Yeah, he's
good. That's good.
He's good. He's good after his spill. He's doing well. So third place was /W Cattle.
3-point difference.
They actually good call. They were behind Burns by 3 points. /W had qualified for the World Championship prior, and so all three of these teams, were up there. They were very competitive, and if you look through the events, Craig, you once again, what we always see is teams that are very consistent across the board. Beechner Mill Creek had a third, a second, a seventh, so that one, but then they came in first and second again in the last two events.
Yeah, but that's points on seventh.
They still got points. And Burns, even though they were behind by 8.5 points, they were 6th, 5th, 2nd, 4th, and 6th. Mm-hmm. So it's always interesting to me to see how the points shake out on this deal.
With /B breathing down their throat. And what bumped, they were close. They ended up in the doctoring, Craig. Mm-hmm. They won. /W won the doctoring. Burns was second. So it had to make a turn on some other event that made that little switcheroo there. But anyway, congratulations. Mm-hmm. It'll be good to see the Johnson family here and the Burns family here. And be good to see how Colton's doing.
Yeah, that's a good point on /W. They were just off that second place by 3 points.
So it had to be somewhere which is way on my knuckles, fingers, and toenails.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Looks like the branding is where /W got hurt. They were down in 10th place. They're only getting 3 points. So
which is weird, Craig, because right now either guys are done branding or we've just started. Mm-hmm. So they're doing things they just finished doing. Yeah. It's such a aggravating event because that's one that you seriously use. You get a lot of practice, especially this time of year before you get to the rodeo.
Right.
But when you put time and money up against stuff, usually changes the whole course of everything.
I don't remember what happened, but if you look at the times in the branding, what it probably means, Casey, is that Beechner Burns were first loops on both head, and /W probably had to throw a second loop at one. That's the difference in winning the rodeo and not. Beechner Mill Creek was just under 30 seconds. Burns was just under 40, and /W had to be about 50.
Whoa, look at this.
That's probably what happened.
Lockheed and Jolly were out by 1 point. Huh. I mean, that could be a game changer later. I mean, it really does. Okay, so congratulations to those teams. Seriously.
Yeah, it was a very well-run rodeo. Graham is a nice community. They've got a great facility there. And so appreciate everybody that helped make that one go. Let's tell the folks about Top Hand, Top Horse.
There's Marshall again.
So Marshall Heyer from Beechner Mill Creek gets Top Hand, and this is actually his first Top Hand to receive. Got to talk to him afterwards, and he was just thrilled.
That's cool.
He was thrilled.
Yeah.
So appreciate Wrangler and Twisted X for their support of our Top Hands at all our sanctioned rodeos. And so congrats, Marshall. Then Casey, the Top Horse, which that award is sponsored by Horselick, one of our WRCA sponsors. It was Quincy Carlton from /W, and riding that big sorrel horse that he rides. And
I still think of him being as 11 years old. I have to get out of that rut. So those of you that are listening, so Wednesday night at Championship every year, we do the introduction to teams in the Calcutta. This radio show actually will help you, if you take notes in your head, will help you determine how your Calcutta is probably going to play out. I would really think that would be an important piece because I'd be looking at Beechner.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be looking at guys, when you listen to us talk about the first, second, third placings through this season, and when we get to championship, watch out for the ones that we have repeat on.
Yeah, and you can also go over to WRCA.org. That's where I'm at right now.
And you can go on WRCA.org.
Looking at all the results.
But I would think that people would follow my lead on that. You know, I feel like sometimes human brain is a lot smarter than the computer. But, you know, that's just me talking.
No, I mean, just to
that's
get
okay,
a
Craig,
refresher on the
whatever.
results.
To get all, you got the whole.
Yeah, I'm
run
looking
of
at
it,
the pictures and everything right now.
Okay.
It's a supplemental piece, Casey, to your brain knowledge.
Hey, if you've ever played fantasy football, this is the same kind of. You're just going through and you're kind of making little notes.
I'm not a statistical person. Sophisticated or statistically motivated.
Statistically sophisticated.
Statistics.
I don't even good at gymnastics. No.
Youth rodeo.
Yeah.
Tackle that one.
Yeah.
So really excited to get. We just always talk about how much we enjoy this program, but second year that we are doing these youth ranch rodeos, got 11 of them, 11 qualifier events, which is almost double from last year. And it's one of the greatest things I enjoy going and getting to see the competition. These kiddos, they put so much work and attention into what they're doing. But I'll tell you, the one thing that impresses me more than their abilities, Casey, in the arena, these young people are raised right. Mm-hmm. You could not imagine how many yes sirs, thank you sirs, do you need help with anything? Can I do anything for you? These kids are amazing. So congrats to the parents, to the grandparents, the brothers and sisters that help raise them, all that. These kiddos, they are our next generation, and we should be very thankful, Casey, that we got those kind of kids coming in behind.
I know. I concur. Statistically showing we're on a trend. Tick up.
Good kids. So,
praise the Lord.
Somebody's got to win.
Amen.
Somebody's got to win. Mm-hmm. And Nutrition Plus, that team, Kell, Hardy, Deegan, Kessler, and Riker, they got the win. This is just like Beechner Mill Creek. This is their second rodeo to win this year.
Qualified at Waurika.
Qualified at the rodeo you were at in Waurika. And so we go to the second place team that gets the invitation to come compete at the Youth World Championship. And that's Myers Cattle Company. That's Lawson, Weston, Levi, Brooks, and Reese. So congrats to that bunch of kiddos.
Oh, my goodness. Second place. It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, got a couple of Myers, actually.
Yep.
On the
They're
Myers
brothers.
Cattle, yeah.
They're brothers.
So
here's the deal. Myers was 1 point off the win.
You can almost tell, I'm just looking at the top 3 results from the webpage, and it's, man, those two teams are 1-2, 1-2 on a couple of things. Which made me wonder, because you got your third place there, EC Cattle, which they didn't show up in the top 3 in several, so I'm guessing they had a lot of finishes that were just up in there.
They were just off the lead by 6 points.
Yeah, so they must have like
that was the third place team, EC Cattle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That EC Cattle's made up of John, Lilly, Bebo, Easton, and Cash.
Oh, so, they'll go again.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see them come November. Weston Tackett ended up with top hand. Are you kidding me? That's great.
Off of Myers' team.
That's great. That's good, Weston.
He was very excited. And then top horse, Casey, who got that?
Easton Calhoun.
Off of EC Cattle.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the results on here, and it's amazing that Nutrition Plus, Myers, 2-3, 1-2, 2-3, 1-3. I mean, just.
So here's 2 pieces of statistics that I see when I looked at these deals, okay?
Got the emphasis on the wrong
statistical analysis.
Need to spit?
Loving Ranch. Okay, let's check. There's a bug in your room here. I just killed him, so we're good. Loving Ranch, they were 4th place. Okay? In 4 events, they placed 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And then the 5th event, they got a no time.
Now, that would have slung them right up there.
Completely knocked them out of the deal. That shows you, again, the consistency factor across the board. Like Casey said a while ago, yeah, okay, well, they got 10th, but they still got points in that deal. So Loving Ranch, this is the first time I've seen them go. I don't remember if they were WRCA or not, but it looks like that bunch of kids might be a group to be reckoned with.
I'm not going to
Keep
put
your
my
eyes
money
on 'em.
not against any of these that I saw in WRCA, which is pretty much the slate I believe you had closely. Of course, school got out, so you might have saw a couple newbies, but it's up in the air after every event. They go in. The cool thing about these kids is everything's a clean slate to them. They're going off. Their dads are lined up biting the edge of the paneling on the outside of the arena. Can't stand themselves at all. They're like chomping at the bit, and the kids are not tainted. So they're coming in at a complete, it's actually really fun to watch.
Yep, it's really good competition. I also wrote down three teams that I thought were interesting to just put out there. The fast times, Craig, during this rodeo, very impressive. You have the Myers Cattle, which again, they came in second place. In the doctoring, they got that event done in 1864, just under 19 seconds. That's fast in doctoring. Then in the wild steer race, this has to be a world record, Casey. 8.84 seconds. Myers Cattle wild steer race. Like, it was impressive.
Yeah.
Of course, everything lined up just right, but good.
No, you lined up just right.
Literally.
Literally lined up just right. Because they got to get across two lines.
Some days, right?
And then in California Creek, that team, in the branding, they had the fast time of just over 20 seconds. So that's impressive. The next closest was another 15 seconds, slower than that. So good job for those kids to get in there and have a strong success at an event, and that'll just build them on for the next rodeo.
Yep. So. And tickets go on sale tomorrow.
Yeah, not
today.
And get them. My wife and I were talking about this earlier. Well, it looks like we'll be doing a lot more staying-at-home events this year. With the gas going up, we're looking around going, well, maybe we ought to just look into some more events that are going around here instead of going out of state and looking, vacation-wise. So
paid almost $5 and a $50 in New Mexico this weekend.
You bet. Yeah, you have to pick what you want to do, and we hope you pick this event to come to it. We talk a lot about tickets and how you need to go to certain places to make sure you don't get scammed.
Yep.
We really want to encourage this again because over the weekend we posted a deal on Facebook. It was a lead up. They were saying there were 2 days left to get your tickets. There were over 30 posts that put themselves out there on that post that were all fake.
We're going to have to turn off comments on some of that stuff.
They were all fake, Craig. I went in, I started looking at them. They looked like real people, had real names, real pictures, but you get into their accounts, they were all fake.
They look like good. Some of those pictures, too, are even like the husband or wife and a baby. It's like, oh, these look like good people.
Oh, yeah, nice little people. No.
They're all scammers.
Private message me. I've got tickets for sale at discounted rate.
How could they have them? We haven't even put them up for sale yet.
Ridiculous.
Yes, haven't even put them out, and they're already telling you that,
So do not Google anything out there to search for tickets. Go directly to WRCA.org. Type WRCA.org in your search, in your whatever that thing is up there on your internet search engine. Do not Google it.
No.
We go to our Facebook page. We have links for you. If you want to do it online, that's the way to buy your online tickets.
Yep.
You can call 806-378-3096. That's the other way, or you can go in person to Panhandle Tickets.
Yep.
If you want to do
Down
that.
here at the Civic Center box office.
Because they apparently are out in full force trying to take your money.
Yep. Sad that we're going to turn the comments off on some of that stuff just to keep those people out. So.
I know.
All right, WRCA.org. We will tickets go on sale again tomorrow.